Hello LA201 students. I know that my section 3 we covered this and did this in class last week. I wanted to upload this video tutorial to go over how to create a quiz using the quiz feature in Google Forms. So here I am logged into my email account. If you go to the Google Apps buttons here, click on this. We have to get into our Google Drive. Make sure that you're logged into your Mount Aloysius email account. Click on Drive, and then once you get into Drive, what you want to do over here in the left-hand side in the menu area here is click on New, and then you're going to look for Forms. So if Forms is not listed here, rest your mouse pointer over the More, and then select Forms. Give this a title. You can give it a description if you want to, not necessary. What we are going to do here right up front here, because this is Google Forms is used for many different things, typically for creating surveys. A couple years ago, they also introduced the option to use Google Forms as a quiz. And so what we're going to do is set this up as a quiz. So if you go here to the Settings button, and you'll see 3 tabs here: General, Presentation, Quizzes. So select the Quizzes tab, and then you have to slide this slider over to make this a quiz. You can leave everything else as is for now if you want to, and then we will go ahead and click Save. Now this is a quiz. I'll get into in a couple minutes what that means and why it's different than a form. Essentially with a quiz, when you're setting it up behind the scenes, you create the question, you create the possible options for answers, and then the part that actually makes it a quiz is that you provide the correct answer and some points as well. So what I'm going to do is here is just select a total points for this quiz. I'm going to make it 10. It's actually not going to let me do it. I'll back step there for a minute. We're going to go ahead and add some questions here, and then we'll mess with the points. So what you could do over here is add a question. If you click on this Add button, you're given some options here. By default, when you add a question, it'll make it a multiple choice. You have different options here in terms of the type of question. So you can create a short answer question. You can create a paragraph question where it's open-ended, different than short answer where you're required to provide more of an answer. So that's why short answer, paragraph, same question structure, just different in terms of the length of the response. Multiple choice is you have one possible correct answer. Check boxes where there would be the option for more than one correct answer. You also have a drop down. You can use this one for true and false often. You can also create various choices for drop down and then select the correct answer from a drop down versus multiple choice. Those are typically the ones that you're going to use when you create a quiz for anything related to what you'll do here at the Mount. I use this for teaching. I use it a lot for creating surveys. Typically I use multiple choice, short answer, longer answer, and drop down and check boxes. So I use essentially all of these, nothing too much more in terms of these options down here occasionally, but not often. So we're going to go ahead and just leave this as multiple choice right now. Then here you'll have your question. And then you have options. So option 1, you can tab, and as you proceed down, it'll add more options. can hit enter on the keyboard. You can actually click inside of there. But essentially what you're doing is you're just adding multiple different options here. Okay, so here we have A, B, C, D, E. So 5 possible options. To set a correct answer, you would click on this answer key and select the option that is the correct answer. Then go back to edit question. Now you have a correct answer. When you get back to the edit question mode, you'll see that this gray is selected as the correct answer. I'm going to make this a required question for this quiz, make them all required. And then that's it. So we're going to add another question. This one I'm going to make true and false. Here's given suggestions. Okay, I just selected yes, no. I'll put maybe in there as an option. So now there's the options for this are yes, no, maybe. This is very subjective, but I'm going to select a response here, the correct response. Go back to edit question, make this required. Now we have 2 questions in here. Okay. What I want to do is take a look at this now, because this is edit mode that we're in right now. So this isn't really what the test will look like whenever you send it out. So I'm going to click on preview. And now this is what it will look like. So now I can see what color is the sky today. I'm going to click blue and I'll select no and submit. Okay, now I can view my score. And I can see that I got both of them incorrect. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go back to the quiz here. And I'm back in edit mode here. There are different things that you can do with this as well. You can change the theme on it. You can make it a different color theme up here. You can add a picture up here. You can add a background color to your background. This will pretty much stay the same, but you can add an image header on this as well. There are some, as just within any Google like Gmail or anything like that, Hangouts, you can have selected themes that are in here. Let's see here. What am I in the mood for today? Let's see. This one looks kind of cool. Let's add that. So I'll select that. It's working to populate the theme. Now we can go out and take a look at this, see what it looks like. Preview. There is my quiz, with my questions, the new background, all that kind of stuff. So if I want to go back to edit mode, I can click back here to edit mode. Okay. So I'm providing you with how to do this because with this week's reading for LA201, I'm asking you to create a quiz. So each of you are going to work, you're going to work together to come up with questions. So with Robert Nozick's reading, you're going to come up with questions. And those questions, you're going to compile them together as a class. I'm going to put a discussion area out there for you to work on this, compile questions together, and then create the quiz. So you'll have one quiz for the entire class. Okay, all of you will develop questions. One of you will have to be responsible for creating the quiz. So however you want to divide it up, it's up to you. But essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working together to come up with a total of 5 questions here. Okay. So if there are 4 of you working on this, maybe 3 of you will come up with the questions, and one of you, your only job will be to simply create the quiz once the questions are created. Okay. I'm going to be around. I have office hours tomorrow. I have office hours on Wednesday. I'll have some office hours later in the week as well to kind of go over this. But I typically will, accept any requests for meetings by email But I do have some open office hours, especially tomorrow, Tuesday, throughout the morning, up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I'll have some more office hours later tomorrow as well, from about 3 to 5. So I'll post that stuff in Canvas. Just wanted to kind of give you an overview of this, explain a little bit about what I want you to do, and I'll explain this more in detail in the Canvas course as an announcement with this video out there to help you create the actual quiz. Now, important to note about this quiz, you're going to have the option for this week with Nozick's reading, and then next week with Freud's when we meet in class. And I will make a note here that next week it's very important that you actually come to class, because we're going to spend the class doing this as a group with Freud's piece on the Oedipus complex. Okay, so for this week, you're getting practice on this with Nozick's work. You're going to create the questions, put the questions out in the discussion area in Canvas, and then you're going to have one student create the quiz itself. Okay? Once the quiz is created, you will send it out then to the rest of the class. So here's what you'll do. Easy way to do this, I'll make it easy on you, is you just send it to me. So you click on the send button. Again, let me go back out here and show you this. So once you have the questions created, you're ready to go. If you decide you want to make a different background, whatever, you're ready to send the quiz. So now you click on send. And then down here you just type in to. And for this one, just send it to me, and I will post it in the Canvas course. So here you can just type in my name and then select my name here, and you can send me the link, or you can just send it to me this way. It's up to you. I'm going to cancel this out because I don't want to send this to myself. All right. I know it's kind of all over the place with this one, but hopefully it makes sense. If you have any questions, like I said, you can email me. We can meet up during my office hours. If you want to request an appointment, I will have some open office hours this week, but I'll be taking requests for office hour appointments as well. All right, that's all I have. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. See ya.